Well, today's Saturday, and Saturday is usually a gardening day. You can see my tomatoes are like massive now. My marigolds are starting to bloom here, which I love. A little sweet potato right there. And another sweet potato there. And you guys want to see the cutest little tomatoes ever? Aren't they adorable? This is a red dwarf tomato plant here. It looks like it's trying to get shaded out by my other tomato plant. More tomato plants over here. Aren't they gorgeous? Not sure what type this one here is, but I've got a tomato blushing right there. That's a beautiful color. My potatoes are still blooming. This one's starting to die off, so it won't be long now. Another tomato plant, more blooms right there. Potato blooms. We're in potato heaven over here. Would you believe that humongous sweet potato right there is from one slip? Isn't that gorgeous? My amaranth is laying down. It is literally laying down there. As you can see, I'm not sure why, if it was the wind or whatnot, but I've got blooms on my Christmas lima bean, so I'm excited about that. And of course, my Christmas lima bean is already bigger than I am. It's taller than I am. I'm trying to just train it to go across there. And what have I been doing? I've been walking around today, pulling up weeds. Two of our tomato beds over here had a lot of weeds in it. So I was just pulling them up. All this green stuff is on the ground is what I was pulling up. And there's even more over here that I was pulling up. Oh, if you ever plant a marshmallow plant, it will reseed itself even where you don't want it at. And this is a marshmallow plant that was in our tomato bed. And our tomatoes are actually blooming. How pretty is that? Although I think beetles have been eating some of the tomatoes, some of the bean plants. Look at that. Holes in this one, holes in that one. So I had to shoo one of them off of there. And there's another marshmallow plant. Right there. It's pulled. So is that one. So is that one. And here's another part of it. It's just trying to starve out the tomato plant it's right beside. We don't want that to happen. So we try to keep them all pulled out. That way our tomato plants can survive and get the water that they're desperately needing. So that is what I have been doing at my garden time. Look how big these beans are. Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, beautiful, beautiful purple blooms on them. I'll have to ask Lakeisha King what type of beans they are, but they are absolutely gorgeous. And here's some more weeds that I pulled out. These are looking kind of dry. I'm not sure why. They are getting water though. Our Swiss chard and some of our peppers are over here. more peppers. Look how gorgeous this one right here is. I'm going to come out tomorrow and pull up grass from these beds again, because they have some long roots to them. I mean, seems like 2 weeks ago I was out here and I weeded this entire bed. Now look at all the grass that's grown up in it. Yeah, we're going to have to do an hour a week out here just weeding. Here's some of our other tomato beds. This is like tomatoes and beans, and again, something has been eating our bean plants. We're going to keep an eye on that. We think it might be the beetles that chase around Keisha, but we can't be 100% sure. But I did catch a beetle out here on some of our bean plants. Another little happy bloom there. These here are paste tomatoes in this bed here, as well as this bed over here that we just saw. That one's just like organized chaos, I guess you might say. Again, weeds, grass is growing up, so I really do need to come over here and guard and just weed these beds over here tomorrow. But it's an organized chaos over here, but it works for Keisha. Over here we have beets growing, red beets. You can tell by the color of the beet, the stems. We have more. These over here in this bed is beefsteak tomatoes and strike beans, I think these are, and more beets. Beets and are in both. Ooh, there's a nice looking beet. Hang on just a second. Yeah. Another one? Squish it, girl. You can tell the beets. They're getting huge. Look at that one. So yeah, we've got beets out here. I might take some beet greens home to some of my birds and see if they like it. I think they're starting to get really tired of the Swiss chard, unfortunately. But I'll take only the damaged leaves from our beets. There's another old tiny one. Looking forward to eating some nice looking beets from this bed. I came out here and I watered our trees while I was waiting for Tracy. Something's eating this one here, see? Should have been a full leaf. Something's eating it. Tracy's over there trimming up her tomatoes and she's finding hornworms out there. So, yeah, that's always fun. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.